Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 14. Can you believe that you are this close to the end? It's exciting. I love reading about your practicum experiences, and a lot of you are wrapping those up. So I'm very excited for the things that you've been experiencing. So this week we've got action oriented. First of all, I consider you all action oriented because you actually chose to take action and pursue your MSN degree. And now look at you, you're almost done. So I already consider you action-oriented people. But I want you to think about, for instance, in your work setting, when you see something that isn't working well, a charting system, a process, patient falls, do you complain about the thing that isn't going well? Or do you jump in and see what action you can take to help make it better? Those are the types of things we're really looking at. And as you go on to be a nurse educator, especially in academia, but also somewhat in the clinical setting, after you've been an educator for a while, it is kind of it's easy to become complacent, especially if you're having some pretty good outcomes, things are going okay, and maybe you start looking at your evaluation results and you're just kind of taking them with a grain of salt. It really does take an action-oriented individual to keep progressing as an educator, to keep on top of the things we've been talking about. Clinical updates, the teaching research, and incorporating those in your classes and trying them and evaluating it and see what works and see what doesn't. So it really does take an action-oriented individual to remain a quality nurse educator. All right, I am including something, it's an article about a clinical leadership plan, and what it does, it talks about the core knowledge that the writers believe are necessary for clinical leaders. And we talked about already how nurse educators are leaders and change agents. Okay, so it talks about the qualities, and then it asks you to rate yourself on how far you are on your journey towards achieving those. So as you're getting towards the end of your MSN and maybe thinking about interviewing, looking at different jobs, things like that, I thought this would be a good time to kind of look at this article and kind of do a little self-assessment and see what you think. All right, so let's see. This week I am getting in final grades for a course that just ended. I'm starting another course, and I have a whole bunch of papers to grade in yet another course. So I think I am grading for you NEPDs, if I remember correctly. Probably won't get to them till later in the weekend, beginning of next week. I apologize for that. But I will give you feedback on them. And it sounds like they're all going really quite well, so I'm very happy about that. All right, I think that's about it. Take a look at the article. I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts this week, and I'll see you in the main forum.